Hello everyone, my name is Omolara Onifade, your one and only love missionary, and you are welcome to Dear Toast. So today with me on the show is Mrs. Taiwo Akpabio Jumbo. She is a chartered accountant, a wife, a mother, an entrepreneur, and a fashion designer. She's going to be telling us how and when and why she had to drop her career as a chartered accountant and picking up the profession of a fashion designer. Mrs. Taiwo Jumbo, you are welcome to Dear Toasters.
Thank you, and I'm so glad to be here.
So, a chartered accountant. Yes. At what point did you feel, okay, let me drop my career and go into fashion?
Okay. I want to say a very big thank you for giving me the opportunity to be part of this. Okay, just like you said, I'm a chartered accountant, but I decided to give up the career for the sake of the family. Yeah, because the stress was much. You know, as an accountant, as a mother, as a wife, most times I have to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning because I was working. I was an auditor, then I dropped the auditing I decided to go and work for a company, a group of company, and I was the group accountant. So most times I need to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, taking care of the kids, make their breakfast, get them ready for school, then also take care of the husband, and take care of yourself too. Then most times it's so challenging, and you have to get to work by 7 o'clock in the morning, then dropping them off to school and facing the Lagos traffic. You are so tired. By the time I get to work, I'm so tired, I'm so fatigued out. You have to leave by 5 o'clock in the morning, and in the evening again, coming back to the house to the kids. And most times I don't even have time to do their homeworks for them. I don't have time to discuss anything with them. So they were really missing out there. I just felt it's time. I just need to do this and have time for my kids. And because I'm somebody that has a passion for my kids and for my husband and for my family, so I just have to take that time.
And a big sacrifice, I must say.
Yeah, a big one, yes.
Because for you to give up your job, because a chartered accountant, that is huge. Giving it all with all the money, with the affluence, with the exposure, and coming home to say no, I give it up to you.
Yeah, it is.
And if I must ask, do you really think after everything, are you fulfilled? Is it worth it?
Yeah, it's worth it. Time for my husband. I have time to go through their homeworks and also have time for myself.
Which is
so much fulfilled, yeah.
And at the point when you were quitting the job, were you scared?
I was very, very scared because I didn't know what next to do. And I must tell you that as at the time I quit the job, I had not gone into fashion. Yeah, I just quit. I told my husband I was going to quit, and he said, but I just felt I was not being fulfilled working as an accountant. I just wanted to do something else, but I did not know what to do. I was like, okay, whatever money I made, I would just go into business, buying and selling. All I wanted for myself was just to be a boss of myself, to have kids, to take care of my kids, and take care of my husband, and take care of the home. That was it. So
that was a very bold step you took then, because telling somebody quit your job and not even knowing what next to do. You have taken your home as a top priority.
Yeah.
That every other thing comes after. Wow, that's very good of you, and I must commend your courage. So now, going to learn fashion, a chartered accountant, big woman, you know, let me be under the tutelage of someone who is going to be teaching me and putting me through a learning process and all that. How do you feel doing that?
Like I told you, at the time I was leaving my job, I didn't have fashion in mind at all. As a matter of fact, it's not something I had a passion for. I don't have any passion for sewing. As a matter of when I go to tailors and I see them making clothes, you know, they piece it together and bring it together and make it whole, I'm always like, how do you guys do this? But then I didn't have a passion for it. I was having a chat with my elder sister, and she told me, Taiwo, why not go into fashion? And I said, me, fashion, what's that? I don't. And you know, I had this belief that fashion was for the illiterate, you know. And she said, no, you can do it. I said, okay. So I just looked for a tailoring school along the street. Not a tailoring school, a tailoring shop, yes. And I went there and I started. And along the line, I started developing the passion for it. And, you know, when I get home, I go to YouTube videos. I watch a lot of videos. As a matter of fact, when I dream fashion. And just like you said, you know, bringing myself so close to that level, it has to do with humility. When you have the humility and, you know, the passion, you don't care about it. You just want to achieve something. That's why I didn't really care about where I went to learn or what I was going to do. I just, you know, had the vision that this is where I'm going. So I overlooked every other thing and just focused on the vision. Yeah, today to go be the
I've had the opportunity to visit your office, and I see that you really you give it a corporate outlook. If one does not see the sewing machines and the other equipment, one would hardly know this is a fashion house. You know, and that's a very good one.
Yeah.
I guess that's as a result of your academic background. You've been able to give your job a lift.
Yes.
So now, your children, sure they are a bit grown up.
Yeah.
So will you say yes? The decision I took then is really worth it. Looking at their way of life, their character, their academics, you know, everything, their spiritual life, you know, their...
Yeah, I would say it's 100% worth it. Okay. Because now I have 100% time for my kids. We discuss everything together. As at the time I was working, you know, you wake up 4 a.m. in the morning, we don't have time to pray, we don't do Bible studies. Even at times on Sundays, my boss calls me to the office. So at times I don't go to the church with them. But now, you know, when we wake up in the morning, we have our morning devotion, we have our morning studies. Then when they come back from school, I'm always in the house. As a matter of fact, my children call me the triangle. Mommy, home, office, home, church. Because they know if my mommy is not in the church, it's in the office. It's not in the office, it's at home. I know I must meet her there. And you know, they have this confidence my mom is always there for me. So they tell me everything. We do the homeworks together, during their exams, we learn together, and you know, because of my background, I'm able to, you know, coach them and teach them most of the things they don't know. So I'm so fulfilled, I'm so happy, I'm part of their life and they're growing up.
So now let's look at the financial aspect. You know, as a chartered accountant, 6 figures. And now that you are on your own,
You know, as an accountant, you get your money paid at the end of the month, irrespective. But now, going into business is not as easy as you think it is, especially when it comes to the financial aspect of it. But as the business is growing, the money is coming in. So I will say, as at now, I feel, though it's not up to what I was collecting when I was an accountant, but now I'm fulfilled with whatever it is I have. I'm able to support my husband financially because the business is growing, to God be the glory. So I have what it takes to put food on the table in the house and take care of my kids with whatever it is they want.
That's great.
Right. So I just feel it's okay for now. And it's growing.
That's great. And you said when you wanted to quit your career, your husband wasn't in support of it. Now that the business is growing, how is it feeling?
Yeah, it was not in support of it when I was quitting my career. And as a matter of fact, I didn't tell him I was going into fashion because it's a normal thing. It's a normal thing. He told me he married me because, as a professional, as a wife, and every other thing, but not a tailor. Yeah, he calls it a tailor. He doesn't want to play the fashion, he calls it a tailor. So, I did tell him, I have to be realistic. I didn't tell him I was going into fashion. As a matter of fact, when I was learning, I didn't tell him anything. Once he goes out in the morning, I take the kids to school, I just run into the tailor's shop and I learn. So at a point, I couldn't hide anymore. So I told him, and he said, no way, no, nothing, this and that. There was so much stress in the house, so much up and down. But God be the glory. Now, he's very much in support of the thing right now because he knows I have real time for him and the kids.
So I'm sure you've been able to inspire someone out there and to encourage somebody somewhere, Fine, we are not all going to quit our career for business.
Yeah.
But there are times that this whole thing really needs the attention of the woman, especially when you don't have any domestic support, you don't have any support system in the house, the children will be lacking. So what do you have to say to that young lady out there that is thinking of, I want to quit my job, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do about it, I'm scared, I'm afraid, what if I don't have money, what will people say, what will you say to?
Yeah, what I would say is that the first thing you have to do is to pray about it, irrespective of your religion. Just take it to God and ask God for divine direction. Then the next thing to do is to seek for what you think you have a passion for and go for it. When you go for it, I believe that the mind is your limit. You get to the place, you don't have to be scared of taking a step. Just take the step and believe God. So Lord is getting the divine direction from God. Just go for it, and I believe that yours will be a success story.
Okay. Thank you very much for coming to Dear Toasters. And I want to believe that if we invite you again,
Sure,
you will come and give us one or two tips about growing your business. Thank you so much. This is Jumbo, the chartered accountant, fashion icon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
bye.